Hey everybody, thanks for coming in tonight. I hope you're all doing well. See, we've got a few of the regulars here in chat tonight. Always good to see you. Let's see, Malo finally caught a stream. Good to see you. Jolt, FLG, Josh, Hot Dogs, Ryjoy, Terrence, Mudkip, Dreams. Good to see all of you. Thanks for coming in. But man, FLG, not only did you make a cake, but you made cake pops? I also choose Evie's husband. But anyway, it's January 31st today, everybody. You know what that means. It means that W-2s and 1099s are due. You should have received yours from your employer already. Remember, the earlier into tax season you file your tax return, the less delay there will be in getting your refund. I've told you guys before that I'm an accountant by trade. Any guesses as to what I might be specialized in? Anyway, I know you guys are here to watch me get punished, so let's get into it. We've got 30 more floors to go, each one worse than the last. But anyway, who wants to be the first one to call it? Who wants to... What song do you want to hear us play for these next 10 floors? 10 floors. Mario's taxes are the true endless nightmare. Exactly. Oh, Midas River. I'll take it. Jack Black regrets not being here today. He wanted to. He wanted to give you a live performance of Peaches, but unfortunately it wasn't in the cards. This is a lovely, pleasant song for our next 10 floors. Alright, do we want to buy anything while we're here? Everything kills me now, so I'm not even sure what to buy anymore. Would I say I am a Zelda fan? Yeah, I would say that I'm a Zelda fan. I love a good Zelda game. Mega Glove? Okay, we'll take it. Was hoping for a Spiked Link, but that's okay. Speaking of Zelda, Link. Okay, bluebirds are dangerous because they attack with magic, and magic can really hurt me. But yeah, Josh, you start a new job next month? Hopefully it's a good one. Starting new jobs, both terrifying and exciting at the same time. FLG, working on a new job yourself. Nice. That was a bad miss. Let's see. Can we bring Mario back here? Have I ever played Wind Waker? Oh yeah, Wind Waker's one of my favorites. I guess I'm kind of weird. So the online discourse surrounding Wind Waker has always been that nobody likes the end of the game when you have to do the Triforce Peace Hunt. That's my favorite part of the game. I like that the game gives you an excuse to go and explore the world with everything that you have now. Okay, Bowser, you gotta stop missing, my guy. Ten and a half years at a current job. That's a good run. Did I play it at launch? I don't know if I played it at launch. I mean, the version that I have is the GameCube version. I think I ended up getting it a little bit after launch. I couldn't tell you the exact date. I got it, though. Personally go with Majora's Mask. Oh yeah, Majora's Mask is my favorite. My favorite Zelda game. But I would say that Wind Waker might be second place. I mean, OOT, you can't really go wrong with OOT. Or A Link to the Past. There we go. Stunned monster. That's what we like to see. But Josh, good for you. Working with autistic kids, that's a very noble thing to do. Okay, let's put in the healer for a second. And then we switch you out. How many frog coins do I have here? 10. So I've got enough. Yeah, I guess let's try to get a piece of equipment. Because if we get something good, then it's... well, it's something good. That sounded more profound in my head. A safety ring. Okay, we'll take that. Do we just give it to Bowser to... yeah, I guess we do. Just to increase his tankiness. Nelson, thanks for coming in. Yeah, you tried to make your own using Final Fantasy VI. If I knew anything about hacking Final Fantasy VI, I would have something to comment on that, but I don't. Poked. Yeah, I like the Rito too. And I like that the modern games allow the Rito and the Zora to both exist in the same world. They're my two favorite races. I guess you could call me a racist. Heavy Troop was ready for lunch. Sleeping at the Rosetown Inn. That's my favorite Zelda game too. Except Link doesn't have pink hair, despite being the Super Nintendo version of Link. Ah, Linebeck. The one silver lining to Phantom Hourglass. I tend to judge how good a game is based on how often I want to replay it, and if the amount of times I've replayed Phantom Hourglass is any indication, which is 0, I guess I didn't like Phantom Hourglass, unfortunately. Temple of the Ocean King is paying. Okay, Geno has Geno Whirl now, so it's over for everybody. Probably. I mean, it's certainly going to help. I mean, for normal enemies, it's probably going to be more efficient than using Mario to super jump them. 10 floors of the Fanatic's Tower, 10 floors of Kefka's Tower. The final floors are just a battle with Kefka. Okay. I could see it. I'm there. I'm visualizing it. Hand cannon. Okay, we got Gino's best one. Now we have to fight this floor fan. Okay, let's take out the blue boys first, because their magic, again, pretty strong. Excellent job. FLG gotta teach them young how to break the game. It's an important rite of passage in any young child's life. The monster is stunned. That's because Bowser is so stunning. Gino out of jail free card, exactly. I mean, for a one-hit KO technique, the timing is surprisingly generous. There's never a bad reason to replay OOT. I mean, even if I say that Majora's Mask is my favorite, I still think OOT is a great one to replay. So our team's average level is about level 11 right now. I'm trying to think, what is my normal level around Nimbus Land, where these enemies are from? I honestly don't remember. It's probably... I mean, it's usually higher than 11, that's for sure. Alright, we put you guys in. Move you out just for a second, so that we can... Oops. Move you out just for a second. Hardcore menuing right now. You have no means of playing it, Josh? My friend, if you have a computer and an internet connection, you can play just about anything. If you are only but willing to try. Okay, don't want a random item. I think my coins are more valuable in other cases. Okay. These guys might be a bit annoying, just because they have such high defense. But not great in the... I forgot to put... Why did I keep Toadstool on my team? I'm falling apart. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Donkey wrong. Exactly. That'll work. Is Bowser's sprite changing depending on who he throws a mod? Technically. I mean, all the game looks at with Hurley Gloves is it takes the sprite of the person in the lead of your party, which is supposed to be... it's supposed to be Mario, But if you hack the game so that it's not Mario, it becomes Gino. Why isn't Donkey Kong moving? Because he's afraid of me. And by that I mean he's asleep. Oh, that didn't do it? Oh well. How many was that? Yes. I don't know, I kind of zoned out halfway through. I want to say it was like 90 something. The time before last, not that last one. Maybe the final count was 6, 7. Oh, got him. Yes, let's get Toadstool off of the team now. You've done your job. Thank you. Sure, we'll take the equipment. Ultra armor, that helps. We increase the tankiness. Instantly aging chat by 5 years. Oh, you guys love me. That's why you stick around. Alright, let's put the fear of Bowser in him. Or the fear of the Big Boo. Oh yeah, you guys can't be feared. I don't have anything that attacks all, do I? Except my fists. You can't afford to get 5 years older? Well, in the words of Indiana Jones, it's not the years, it's the mileage. Man down. Is this unironically a good time for Geno Whirl? Because these guys have such high defense, and I have no magic attack. Let's just see how much mileage we get from a Geno Beam. Okay. Leave Geno alone. Alright, let's just keep our 2 important people alive here. Yeah, I changed the some enemy formations to stuff like this. That's why they're doing this lovely little chorus line. Keep on trucking, Bowser. I don't know why I keep expecting him to do more than that. Okay, just a couple of you left. Mario is struck by lightning at the exact same moment he's hit by a Spiny, turning him into a corpse. Oh shoot, wrong one. Gotta look at the cursor. Yeah, that's my last pick-me-up. Oh well. We're in too deep now. Okay, got a maple. Nice. That's what I was hoping for. Thankfully, pick-me-ups are still relatively cheap to buy, so once we get to floor 80, we can buy some more. guys are doing so good. Okay, got a couple of angry ants. Let's do the old heal and switch. And let's be sure we actually switch this time. Yes, very good. Okay, let's give Gino the Scrooge ring. Let's start doing some Gino whirls, I think. That might be the thing that carries us throughout the rest of this run, frankly. Floor 76. It's like 6-7, but in reverse. Okay, we got Bowser's ultimate weapon. That should help. Physical attack is like the one thing you're good at, my guy. So this is as good as it gets for you. Hey, we got our entire team. Well, the team that we're using anyway. Their ultimate weapons, which is helpful. Destructo Disc. $76, okay. And the booty just kills itself, sure. Safety ring. Every kill is an instant kill if you're strong enough. Okay, Fright Bomb. Situationally helpful. At the very least, it's a guaranteed 100 damage. Why is Mario doing such little damage? Well, you see, my friend, the problem with this whole Pit of 100 Nightmares thing is you kind of end up severely underleveled by the time you're done with it, relative to the enemies you're facing. Like, normally Mario would be higher than level 12 by now, and by the time you get to the volcano, you'd probably have the Lazy Shell. And there is no Lazy Shell in this game. Okay, the boneheads are nice, because they're basically a free kill. As long as you can, you know, hit them. Maybe let's let Gino take out these guys. And then Mario can just jump on the boneheads. Or no, I guess we can see if Terrorize will work. Yeah, let's see if Terrorize will work. It doesn't have the most stellar hit rate, but it'd be nice to get Fear and Dead Bones. Nice. Okay. Chained Kong. Now I know why the Chained Kong sings. It's true. Lazy Shell is aptly named. It's either Mario turns into an A-button bot, which is lazy, or whoever you put the armor on becomes a defense bot. You don't really have to micromanage them, because they'll never die. Pure water, okay. Let's see, what other enemies are there? I guess the factory does have a handful of undead enemies, so that might come in handy. No, I think we're at a point where we might just be better off saving money. The brilliance of my strategy. It's really a shame Pure Waters don't do anything to fire enemies like this. Lazy Shell saves Peach, except for when it doesn't. But yeah, occasionally Culex will throw out something like Dark Star that'll just do enough damage that you actually have to care about it. Ultimate Punch. Okay, that's helpful. Let's see if we can once again our way to the end of the battle here. No. Well, we'll live. Whoever's still alive next turn can finish this guy off. Yeah, Culex' physical attack thing always throws me off because there's not much of a cue for it. The only real cue you have is that he seems to be taking slightly longer to take a turn than he normally would. And if you have fast enough reaction time, that would clue you in that he's about to use his physical attack. But that's about it. Culex wins by doing absolutely something. And then on the flip side, Toadstool wins by doing absolutely nothing. Does this work against these guys? Yes. Neat. Hey, Tabby. Thanks for coming in. You're one cool cat. Mario just looking pitiful next to the king. Let's take out one of you. Can we take out this guy with physical attacks only? Find out this time on Dragon Ball Z. I have angered the ant. I have really angered the ant. You're working on your first YouTube video. Nice. What's it about? Shouldn't Geno Whirl for 9,999 work on anything that's not a boss? I'm trying to remember if there are any edge cases. Stump It's kind of weird because it's like sort of a mini boss, but also not. Like, the only time you fight it is in the volcano, and there are like those two specific instances where you fight it. So I don't know if that counts. Ant agonized him. I understood that reference. 3 sets of high tier armor, which is helpful. In case I accidentally stick Toadstool somewhere again, I guess? Who knows? Alright, Culex theme it is. Do. There I go. Floor 80. 20 more to go. Alright, let's get some pick-me-ups. Gonna need some more of these too, I think. FLG is nothing if not consistent. Hinopio does not have the super comfy bed. 0 out of 10, unplayable. The enemy has to have a certain flag set for it to not work. That is true. I just can't remember off the top of my head if any of those specific enemies have that flag set. Alright, we've got endgame enemies, terracottas now. Oh right, that's a thing that happens. Now here's the thing. If we can keep Bowser on the team and kind of have it easy for a few floors here, with enemies getting scared off, but then we pay by not getting experience or money. So, maybe we do just... man. But Toadstool, you're just so weak. Bless your heart. Do do do. Any of you guys play the pixel remasters of the Final Fantasy series? I picked up a few of them because they were on sale the other day, and I mean, I gotta say, a lot of the tracks for Final Fantasy IV specifically, you know, they have like a remastered audio tracks for it. I think the original sounds better. Just something about the Super Nintendo sound font, as it were. It works better, I think. Kill the Koopas. Rubicante. I've said it before, but I think it's funny that he's a fire-based villain, and his name sounds like Picante. Okay, I haven't gotten a definitive answer on this. Is it pronounced live-a-live or live-alive? Either way, I bought the Switch remake of the game a while back. It's a good one. I like that one. It's a very weird game, but like in a good way. Oh yeah, the remasters, the pixel remasters took out the content from some of the other releases, which, I don't know, jury's out on that one. I never played the Game Boy Advance version of it, but I've heard that some people don't really care much for the changes that they made in it, so it's no great loss. But, I don't know. I mean, Tabby, I'm going to be honest with you, I don't really know what any of that means, but the important thing is you enjoy doing it, and I mean that sincerely. Okay, 83. Alright, we'll whirl... I guess we'll whirl the Hefty Boys. Final Fantasy I still holds up as basic as it is, it still holds up as a good game to this day. Final Fantasy II, it took me a bit to appreciate it, but it's not terrible. Nice. The trailer said it's pronounced like live, so it is supposed to be live alive. Okay. I mean, grammatically it doesn't make sense either way, so I wasn't sure which one it was supposed to be. Mario, you're not going to be much help here, unfortunately. This is just the Geno show right now. I played the FF5 Pixel Remaster because, you know, we never got that back in the Super Nintendo days. And why did they do that to us? Why did they withhold that from us? Final Fantasy V was great. You can pry butts from my cold, dead hands. FF1 is good by default because it originated the Black Mage costume. That's fair. You know, Josh, if I had to pick a reason why I'd never want to play something again, that's about as bad as it gets. Sorry for your loss, my friend. Okay, I think we're... Not all 10 floors here have Bowser's Keep enemies, or at least the ones that'll run away from you, so let's put Bowser back in, coach. Ferris is the best character. Everybody in FF5 was just great. Like, the entire cast of FF5 was great. Oh, hey. I lied. Bowser enemies. Alright, you win this round, Bowser. Galuf, Kryl, Ferris. Butts. I guess if I had to pick a cast member of FF5 to be the bad one, even though there's not really a bad one, it would apparently be the princess whose name I can't remember. Not Ferris, the other one. $70 coins for random equipment. Lena, that's the one. Thank you. Man, do we want to... Because here are the last 20 floors are when the equipment items, they all start to pick up a bit. I'm just trying to think how much I want to risk here. Because it could be junk. It could be like armor or something, but... Alright, I guess we'll try once. A war fan. Okay. Sometimes you lose the lottery. Let's see how much damage we can do without wasting all of our FP. Hey, Steve-O. Thanks for coming in, and I appreciate your work on Jackass. What's the new turn-based RPG everyone is talking about? There's... I mean, the only one that's coming to mind right now is Expedition 33. I haven't played that one, though. Heard good things, though. Hey, Tabby. Thanks for the membership. Appreciate it. And good luck with your YouTube endeavors. Had to look up a guide to beat Omega. Was level 99 trying to brute force the fight. Yeah, that's the one thing I will say against FF5 is the final area is a point of no return type thing. And I've never liked point of no return games. Never give me the option to save in an area where I cannot go backward. Did I ever figure out why I keep getting more fans? No. I haven't really had time to look into that yet. Remember how I told you guys that I do people's taxes for a living? It's kind of a crazy time of year for me right now. If you've ever wondered why my content tends to dry up around February to April, well, wonder no more. Oh, that's not good. That's gonna be strong. Still alive. It was too grind heavy, characters were all indistinguishable, at least in terms of playability. Okay, I mean in terms of playability, I get your point. The characters don't really matter. But I think in a game where there's no party member switching, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know, it didn't bug me. But yeah, as long as you can field all of your party members, and then the whole jobs system lets you turn the characters into whatever you want, it makes sense for a game where you're not swapping out your allies. But I don't know, I didn't think it was too grind heavy. I feel like, I mean, again, I just played this a couple years ago for the first time, but I feel like I was able to get through it, like just fighting everything I saw, and not really like sticking around to grind somewhere. But I don't know, I do remember the final boss being pretty tough. Okay, let's see. Tabby, you need help with your taxes? Well, you can always message me on Discord if it's a quick question. If you want me to, like, do your tax return for you, that might be a different story. Hey, Zap. Thanks for coming in. Always a pleasure. That's right. I'm an accountant by day and a bug finder by night. The worst superhero ever. Okay, that's a ghost. And we still have a pure water, which is cool. Oh, you're behind a few years on taxes? Yeah, that's probably going to be a... You should talk to a tax professional. I'll say that much. Whether that's someone else or me. You know, whatever you need to do. Are settlements from a car crash taxed? Like 99% of the time, no. If you had a... Like, the only time that something related to a car crash is going to be taxable for you are if you use a car for your business and you've been writing off the insurance you pay on your car as a business deduction, then when the insurance pays you out after the car crash, then it's taxable. But if you haven't been doing that, then you'd be okay. How much do you charge to do taxes? You know, if you're really serious about having me do your taxes, just message me on Discord or something. It feels weird talking about that on stream. You guys are mixing business with pleasure. I do this to get away from doing tax returns every day. Nah. We will use that flower box soon, TM. $67. You've become the very thing you sought to destroy. Yeah, I still haven't learned any attacks that attack all. It's a little sad. Exactly, Wesley. But to Steve-O's point, as to whether or not you're on the IRS's radar or not, it kind of depends on how much money you're making. Because the IRS, they have information about, like, stuff that's on your W-2 versus... Okay, I gotta time this because I'm, like, dying. Oh, shoot. They did the thing where they just blew themselves up against me 5 times. And actually, I'm pretty sure you can't block that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that attack can't be blocked. So that was just bad luck that 5 out of the 6 that were there decided to use it. But hey, remember, we get to keep our levels, so it's not totally the end of the world. We just have to make sure Bowser doesn't scare people away again. But yeah, whether or not you're on the IRS's radar depends on how much money you're making. Because, again, they have information about how much you make on your W-2 versus how much you have withheld in taxes. And they kind of, if you don't file a tax return, they can sometimes, like, do a tax return for you in their system. And if their calculations come out to, like, you withheld more than you needed to and you were going to get a refund back, they probably won't care to track you down and make you file a tax return. But if you just have a 1099 that's on file that shows that you owed some money that you never paid, then they might come after you. Of course, there have been so many budget cuts with the IRS these days that it's getting harder and harder for them to come after anybody. So, I don't know. You might be free and clear. It's tough to say. But yeah, you should talk to a professional about that. I mean, like in a professional setting. I am a professional, but this is not a professional setting. The real fear roulette. The enemies that rudely self-destructed along the way. Exactly. Yeah, Josh, I failed you. I got a game over. There was a room full of 6 Jabbits, and 5 of them used this unblockable self-destruct attack against me. At least I'm pretty sure it's unblockable. I don't know. Well, when we get to that room again, if we come across that same formation, we'll be able to tell. Any enemy attack that has blue stars pop up when it hits you is blockable. Lo-fi Super Mario RPG beats to do your taxes to. Wiki says it's blockable. Well, maybe Wiki can mind its own business. But no, that's good information. GRSBB 5959. I'm just gonna call you 59. Your name is very long to say. But I appreciate it. I'm glad you love the game. And Cooper Bros is my magnum opus, so I'm glad you're having a good time with it. I'd run from me too. The double-edged sword of the IRS these days is that it's much less likely that you're going to get chosen for the audit lottery, but if you do, good heavens, there's like nobody there you can talk to, nobody will help you, it's a disaster. Yeah, FLG. I mean, most countries these days, at least the European countries I know, they will do your taxes for you. They just send you a letter that says, you know, here's what we have on file for you for your W-2, or whatever the European equivalent of a W-2 is, and here's how much we think your refund should be. If you disagree, you can file a tax return. If you agree, just sign this and we'll send you a check. It's amazing we haven't figured that out yet. Instead, here in the United States, the IRS says, I'm thinking of a number between 1 and jail. But no, the IRS doesn't really send people to jail, by the way. Tony the Taxman, my least favorite superhero. Alright, keep up our healing. Well, that's a good way to think about it, Mudkip. Gino is Gaz's OC. Gino's so cool. He shoots a laser from his arm, and he can boost his own stats, and he can throw a disc that blows people up in one hit, and he shoots lasers from the sky. Yeah, that all tracks as something Gaz would come up with as an OC. All right, let's get Bowser back on the team. Put him in, coach. All right, you guys are going to run from me in terror. That's why Yoshi's been getting away with tax evasion all these years. I'm not going to lie. So my setup at home is I have triple monitors at home, which are paid for by my company, by the way, because I work from home part-time. I'm in the office part-time and at home part-time, but I do work a full-time job. But anyway, one of the wallpapers on one of my monitors is the fake box art for Kirby Does His Taxes for the Switch. Like, I have my desktop icons set up so that, like, all my work-related garbage is on one monitor, and all the fun stuff is on the other two monitors. And the monitor with all the boring work stuff on it is the Kirby Does His Taxes art. Ouch. How do you say that? Ilalda 2596? And a hello bro to you too. Thanks for coming in. If you give your info to 100 tax preparers, odds are you'll get 100 different tax returns. Depends on what you have exactly, but sometimes that's the case, yeah. Yeah, part of the lore I think that they were going for with the whole Gaz situation was that night that Geno knocks you out in doll form is what makes the Geno in his star form choose to inhabit Geno instead of anybody else. Because he saw Gaz kick your butt as Geno. I don't know, having Mario as the party leader when you don't have to, it just... I don't need to do that. Okay, we're getting close to the floor. I think it was 87 or 88, something like that. A little bit of honey. Destroy the hippopo. Stop Boshi from money laundering, cookie laundering. So I'm working on a video about the weird translations in Super Mario RPG. I know I already talked about my whole Neo Squid theory a couple times, but as it turns out, Boshi is supposed to be Yoshi's Wario. Like the Japanese name for Boshi is something like Wa Yoshi. Or no, it's Washi. That's what it is. That's a good point. How would Super Mario RPG be different if Geno had possessed the Samus doll? Or what about the Discon doll that's in Booster's Toy Box? Oh cool, Mario got healed from leveling up. Okay, this is 87. It was the next floor. Who manufactured Geno? I like to think that in the Mario universe, Geno is a popular character. That is the headcanon that I choose to believe. Although maybe not, because when Geno's up and walking around, nobody seems to say anything about it except for Gaz and his mom. Nice. Nice block. Stop dodging things. That would have been nice if Paper Mario had some kind of callback to this game. If Bowser's stealing the Star Rod and capturing the Star Spirits, and then whoever, like Geno's manifestation in Star Haven, just comes up to him. Seriously, my guy? I thought we were cool. Let's heal our FP here, and then we can let Toadstool heal Geno. Okay. Yeah, Square unfortunately does own the rights to Geno. Okay, here it is, my arch enemy. Even in the credits to Superstar Saga, it even says something like all characters are owned by Nintendo, except for Geno, who is owned jointly by Nintendo and Square, something like that. Okay, do we have... I have an Energizer, that doesn't help. What I would really like is a Bracer, but I guess Crystalline is the next best thing. Okay, freebie is good. Let's just keep Bowser alive here. Yeah, okay, so that attack is not producing the blue stars, so I don't think it can be blocked. Okay, now you guys don't do the move. Lame. Can't believe Nintendo lost custody of Mallow and Gino in the divorce. So sad. But look at the bright side. Now Gino gets 2 Christmases. Alright, go ahead, buddy. There we go. Bowser, what do we want for you? Just, yeah. Bowser's level up gains are just not very impressive. I mean, the bonuses that you get to choose from for Bowser are not impressive. It's always either 1 HP, 1 attack. They really do him dirty. Okay, this is 89. Alright, we're getting close. That's a lot of hammers. Geno Blast? Maybe, yes? Okay, that didn't kill anything, but hey. Me at the hardware store. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was so funny, but that was funny. You know, if Geno gets used in something, I would be a happy person. I'm waiting for the... Nintendo has the chance to make, like, the ultimate Mario RPG comeback, where they make Super Mario RPG 2, and they bring back Geno, or even something like a Paper Mario game that's more in line with the first 2 Paper Mario games, and they bring back Geno for it. That would just be, like, come on, man, just get to it. Alright, comeback is good, but Toadstool also has a tendency to die. Alright, now we got everybody's high-tier weapons, but we already won the lottery and got those for the most part, so that doesn't really do that much for us. It's our 17th War Fan. Okay, let's blow our money on stuff, because this is the last shop until the end. Okay, what do we want to get rid of here? I don't know if Able Juices are really going to do that much for us here. Fright Bombs. I mean, Fright Bombs are not bad, because it's a guaranteed 100 damage. Red Essence is obviously cool. You can stay. Maybe we just load up on the FP. Yeah, I guess we can get a couple of these too. Something Peaches. Yes, FLG. Versus Smithy for the last one? Oh, I scrolled the text too fast. I can't see the names now. But that's okay. Alright, there's your Smithy. Sell some equipment. Good idea, Josh. Okay, don't need that. Wait, is this... Oh, no. That's... Oh, yeah, that's because I changed things. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Mega Glove, Warband, doop-ba-doop-ba-doo. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, we have 18 frog coins. Ghost Metal. That's handy. Told ya, the last 20 floors are great. And then we'll see if we can get something for frog coins here. I guess let's just increase our FP. We do seem to be using that a lot, and we're going to need it for the boss. Save. Freebird. Classic. Dream on. Okay. Let's see. Don't forget what we told you. Nice reference. Alright, Tabby. Thanks for coming in. Have a good night. Alright, this is where the enemies get really tough. Because these things are really more so balanced for being at a higher level, because they're in the normal pit of 100 trials too. You gotta love the edgy black spike enemies. Nice. One down. That's two down. Yeah, the whole Three Musty Fears thing, it's kind of an interesting concept, honestly. Just, yeah, you have to... They're invisible, so you gotta go find them. Have fun with that. Nah. Yeah, well, Random item, you say? Maybe we do that. I mean, where else are we going to spend all this money? Destroy the Stomp Clomp. Va-va-voom. I thought the booty was supposed to die if you beat the head, but maybe I didn't make it do that. I can't remember what I did in my own game. The grit. Fun fact, I made up the name Stomp Clomp, but this enemy is actually called Grit. It's unused in the original game, except I colored it sort of black. It's normally the same color as the normal brown pork pedite enemy. Ominous floating robot butt. There we go. Okay. Toadstool. Put you in. Heal. Heal some more. And then take you out. Alright, what you got for me? Floor 91. Floor 92. A Yoshi aid. Okay, not terrible. Could come in handy. Flower box, we'll take it. And then frog coins. Okay, we don't have any more. But I did the math, guys, when I made the rewards. You should have just enough frog coins that you can get a reward for beating the 99th floor before you go on to floor 100. I've been shroomed. Sacrifice 500 coins for the Game Boy. That's right, you guys didn't know that, but there's a 0.01% chance that the Game Boy Kid appears on floor 99 of the pit. And if you trade him 500 coins, you win. You pay him 500 coins, he gives you the Game Boy, and if you get a score of over 1 million on your first try of the Beetle game, it unlocks Geno in Smash. I have safety ring, idiot. Beetlemania is the final boss. Not to be confused with Beetlemania, the craze about how good the Beatles were back in the day. No relation. Imagine if you played the Beetlemania game, and it was just John Lennon shooting stars instead of a little beetle. If you get the high score, he sings Imagine. Beetlemania versus the Taxman. Nice. If you get a game over, Yoko comes out and sings. Let's see, Royal Syrup? Well, probably better than an Able Juice. Beetlemania's so real, Mom named you after Paul? I'm sorry, Paul. I mean, there are worse Beatles to be named after. Probably. Although, to be fair, except for Ringo, all the Beatles had normal names, so, you know, if somebody just saw that your name was Paul, they'd have no way of knowing that. When I made the first trailer for this hack, I had Doomba in there as a new enemy. I just had to stick it in here as an endgame enemy. It only seemed right. Honestly, I'm a little surprised Nintendo never used the name Doomba in any of their games. Like, they have Gloomba, they have Hyper Goombas. Like, they could have some super powerful Goomba variant. Call it Doomba. Alright, Mario. Keep you going. Malo, we're just not using you, my friend. I'm sorry. Not sorry. Alright, another Yoshi aid. I mean, hey, it's better than an Energizer. It's too scary. Nintendo doesn't dare. Goomba, Zoomba, Sonic Boomba? Are those like Pokemon evolutions? Roomba. Oops. I didn't press the button. Well, if it had to be anybody, Mario's not a bad choice. Moldy Mush. That's a Pokemon evolution chain. Moldy Mush to Rotten Mush to Wiltshroom. Goombas intensify. Alright, we'll take all the level ups we can get. $95, we're getting there. Toadstool. Gotta use this. It was pretty rough going for a while there, but I feel like we're finally, here at the 11th hour, we're finally getting into the swing of things. We got another ghost medal. Aw, the Golden Boys. I wonder if someone cooks a Goomba. What do you think Goom nuts are made out of? Or Goom nut cake? Why didn't I give these guys a defense stat? No. The Goombas from the live-action Mario Brothers movie was terrifying. So many things about that movie. So many thoughts. How are we doing on cash? Oh, we got 30 coins left. As much as I'd like to, I'm broke. Okay, these guys I'm pretty sure we can just do this to. Gino just standing there, smugly. Yeah, I will say Bob Hoskins better than Chris Pratt as Mario. But that would have been peak if Mystery Science Theater 3000 did the Mario Brothers movie. Like the first Mario Brothers movie. That would have been great. Dennis Hopper. I don't know. I think Jack Black was a better Bowser than Dennis Hopper. But again, that might speak more to the situation than like the actual script, or not the script, but his actual performance. Might as well use that thing. Ultimately, I think the new Super Mario Brothers movie is not... It's not a bad cast. I mean, Chris Pratt... It's still a little weird that they got Chris Pratt, but it's not like he did terrible, you know? His voice as Mario was at least passable, you know? It wasn't just, "Hi, I'm Mario," coming from Chris Pratt's voice. Ow. Okay. I would really prefer not to fall apart at the 11th hour here, so let's just do this. Yeah, the bees are OP. What caused Mario to be trapped in his dream in the first place? Well, you see, he angered the Smithy gang and the weapon world. So now they struck back. Alright, I'm trying to kill one of these before I bring back someone else. Nope. Goodness. Encountering Bazaps and Paper Mario 64. Now those things are OP. Okay, there we go. The bees can only attack one person per turn, so as long as I have two people alive, I can't lose. Dennis Hopper played Bowser, and plays the bad guy from Speed, whom Sonic is repeatedly quoting in his movie. Dennis Hopper is the posthumous ambassador of video game movies? Okay, I'll take that. Dennis Hopper walked so Jack Black could run. Jack Black and so many others could run. Okay, we have coins, right? Okay. Sure. Attack Scarf. I mean, that's Mario's and Mario's alone, but... I don't know. Ghost medals are still looking pretty good here. What about FP? I guess we can wait. Doki Doki Mario. Now that's a game. I mean, it was already a movie, apparently, but that's a game. Good old Grumby. Well, that's not going to be good for Gino. That's not going to be good for anybody. Alright, Bowser. You're it. Still got a couple of these lying around. I don't believe it. Hey. As Nicolas Cage once said, not the bees. As Nicolas Cage also once said, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Mushroom Kingdom. Nice. Bowser, too tough. You know, Dreams, this might be rough, but rough is how Bowser likes it. Wait. Don't think too hard about that. Okay. That's one last level up for the road, because this is floor 99. No money. Let's see, what do we want for our final present? Actually, who do we want on our final team here? Let's check. Because Gino has better attack, but Mario can super jump, and Gino Whirl ain't gonna work on the boss. But Gino also has Gino Boost. Let's see. I mean, Bowser, you can stay, no matter what. Because I want Toadstool just because she has comeback and healing. But man, Gino versus Mario. Let's see. They've got comparable defenses, honestly. Oh, I have an idea. Yeah, let's do Gino. One of the gimmicks that this boss has is that it can summon like these shadowy dudes that can mess you up, but they should be vulnerable to Gino Whirl. So that should help. I don't really think we need the refill. One last attempt at a rare something. Experience booster on the last floor. That's, yeah. And let's give Bowser the safety badge. Oh yeah, anybody can equip the attack scarf. I forgot about that. Maybe we just give Bowser some raw damage here. Okay, I'll give the experience booster to Malo. Zap, that seems kind of evil. The real nightmare was the masochism we faced along the way. Why is he twitching? Okay. There's another note here. Orb guy is twitching for some reason. Okay. I swear that hasn't happened to me before. I did test this thing, by the way. You've chosen the Pit of 100 Nightmares as your path to freedom. I am the source of the Dark Trio's power. Very ominous. If you can defeat me, their curse upon you will be lifted. But I have no intention of going down easily. En garde. The Orb Master. Let's help ourselves out a little bit here. Pit of integer overflow trials. In the vanilla, wasn't Mario only able to equip the attack scarf? Yeah, he is, normally, but I decided to make the attack scarf an anybody piece of equipment in this one. Was this also based on Paper Mario, the Thousand-Year Door? Yeah, the whole concept of, like, the pit of 100 trials is, yeah, I mean, that's taken directly from that. You cannot scare the orb. You can only do 100 damage to it. Nice. Starting out strong, I see. Orb. Must be Boomer in disguise with the on guard. Doesn't Culex say the same thing? That's a lot of damage. Okay, cool. Peach lives. What do I prefer, Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi? Oh, Paper Mario, hands down. Specifically the first two. Super Paper Mario was okay. It wasn't a bad game, but the first two were just great. He has a semi-randomized pool of attacks, and I like that despite his magic being so strong, he has only used physical attacks so far. Alright, Toadstool, show us what you got. 22. Nice. Alright, he knows a few things. Didn't think it was going to be that easy, did you? Still alive, barely. Ah, there they are. The shadow guys. Get whirled, idiots. Now, the fake ones, they have specific attack patterns that end with them healing the Orb Master, so you want to take them out as quickly as you can. Yeah, they do a countdown. Their attacks only get worse. What's Orb's HP? I don't remember off the top of my head. I want to say, like, maybe around 4,000? Something like that? Maybe it was 3,000 and some change? Oh, they scared Gino. That's a rough day, buddy. Is this the final boss? This is the final boss of the Pit of 100 Nightmares, yes. That's a lot of damage. All right, let's make sure Gino has enough to do a whirl. What was my favorite mod to make? Oh, that goes to Super Koopa RPG, hands down. I had the most fun doing that. That hack, more so than any of my other hacks, has my heart and soul in that one. That was a lot of fun to make. The final Ross. The Binal Foss. Hey, Arkid. Thanks for coming in. just in time to watch me, hopefully, beat this game. Yeah, if you want to watch my, you can watch my playthrough of Super Koopa RPG. It was the first playthrough I ever did, so it's, you know, the audio's a little wonky, the video's a little wonky, the resolution's even worse, but hey, it was the first real thing I ever did on this channel, if you don't count the trailer that I made for Super Koopa. Good times. Am I planning on making any more? Yeah, I'm planning on making more. I am in the early planning stages of Super Koopa RPG 2. I've got some fun ideas I want to implement for it. Stuff that I wasn't able to do in the first one, but now I know how to. I've been powwowing with some other Super Mario RPG ROM hackers, and I've learned to do some stuff I didn't know how to do before, so I'd like to implement that. Now, it's funny. Watching, I went back and watched my Super Koopa RPG playthrough at one point. And there was a point where I had mentioned in there that, like, I was starting a Twitch channel, and that you should go watch that channel. And then I just never did anything with the Twitch channel. So, forgive the false advertising if you do end up watching that playthrough at some point. I don't do Twitch. I mean, I have videos here on YouTube, so there's not much of a point for me to do Twitch. How can you help with the new game? Do you know anything about ROM hacking? That's the main question. That's a lot of damage. Good thing we bought a ton of these. Where are you supposed to watch me live stream? It's a mystery. Let me know when you figure that one out. But yeah, whenever it does come out, I'm sure I'll stream it. But... oh, hey, we got it. I've failed you. But yeah, Super Koopa RPG 2 is years away. I think part of what made Super Koopa RPG 1 work so well was the fact that I didn't advertise it at any capacity. I didn't tell anybody about the project until it was done, so I just took as much time as I needed to do whatever I wanted to do to make it look good. And that's kind of my plan for Super Koopa 2, is, yeah, I'm going to work on it, but I'm not promising any deadlines. I'm not really going to do much beyond the occasional update on my ROM hacking blog, just so I can make sure it's what I need it to be, and I'm not going to, you know, promise a deadline that makes me rush it out and have it be incomplete or something. There's only one thing left to do. Enter the final whirlpool and wake up. Zap, you are here. And you're always here, and I appreciate that. But more importantly, you're always in my heart. Okay, here's the test here. Because I've had a number of people tell me they get stuck in the final whirlpool, and it just, like, keeps spinning them for eternity. I have yet to have that happen to me in all of my testing. So let's see if it happens this time. It did not happen. Are you guys just making stuff up? Toad was in fact cowering in the corner until you beat the boss. Because here's the thing, this whole world exists inside Mario's dream, and as it turns out, that's how Toad, that's how Mario views Toad in his mind, is cowering in the corner. Toad is a hallucination of Mario's. Alright, well that is the Pit of 100 Nightmares. Let's see, what else do we want to do here? I mean, an hour, we've been streaming for about an hour and a half. I guess we could go back to the Waluigi one for a little while. Until we get to our usual time. I tend to end around midnight. Alright. Please hold. Your call is very important to us. But while I'm loading that up, let's talk about what's next for this hack in particular. So I'm planning on fixing some things. You guys who have been following along with the playthrough, you've seen some some fun errors along the way. I'm planning on fixing those. I also had somebody submit a wart sprite to me. So wart is going to be added to the game in some capacity. So I have a plan for what I want to do with wart, I think. And what I'll probably do is I think I will add wart, make the fixes that I want to make, and then I might do like kind of a bonus live stream thing. Like maybe if I stream some other game, I end up finishing it like halfway through the night, then I can stream the part of the game that has wart in it. But we'll see. It's just plans, you know. We'll see what actually ends up happening. Okay. What am I doing again? That's right, Super Waluigi RPG. Where are you? Here we go. Warts and all edition. The IRS hold line. Oh my gosh. I have the IRS's hold music just ingrained in my brain for the rest of my life. It's just, ugh, gosh. All right, you guys remember this one? We're back, baby. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, Ryjoy. Appreciate you being here, and now that I'm done streaming that for the time being, I hope all of you people who came here for that hack stick around. We have a good time here. Okay. Now, since it's been like 2 months, I just have to remember what the heck I'm doing. Okay, well we're in Monstro Town. So presumably we need to go to Land's End, probably, and do the whole, yeah, there's the map point. So let's do the whole, Koopas jumping that thing. Let's see, I already talked to you, right? Hope you find your star? Yeah, cool. Yeah, that was the idea. Both Zap and Josh is... the whole idea of Mario being stuck in a dream world, it's like, come on, how do I not put Wart, the ultimate Super Mario Bros. 2 reference in there? The whole game was just Mario's dream world. Do I have a key? I sure do. Yeah, let's go get some stuff. Cool. Is that a Godomos? That's awesome. Dire Dire Docks is a great song. If I was in charge of the whole music at my office, I would use the elevator music from Jurassic Park. The video game, the SNES game. What is this? This is new. Buy something from our master? Okay. Oh, it's a new shop. Interesting. Ice Elemental. Jump 2 times higher. Attack with jump. And anybody can use that, you say. Huh. 30 HP out of battle. Okay, and then we just got... Okay, well, maybe once I get some money, I can come back here. Is this another one of my creations? It is not. So this is Manel's Waluigi RPG is what it's called. Made, presumably, by Manel. So this is supposed to be Waluigi, if you couldn't tell from the backwards L on his hat. I had the strangest dream that Axem was playing a hack that he made himself. Yeah, that happens sometimes. Me? Playing something that I made? It's more likely than you think. Well, that's handy. No one's blocking this trampoline this time. They didn't do the thing where they go into their shells. Does that mean anything, though? Apparently not. Fresh out of hacks that I've made. Unless... Yes, I am fresh out of hacks that I've made. I'm not supposed to be able to move around during this cutscene. Oh, cool. He just put the pin directly on me. 50% attack, magic attack in battle. But how does that compare to our... Okay, yeah, this is the jumping item, is what this is. Alright, we made it to Bean Valley. Let's go save first. Memory serves, some of these enemies, well, at least in some of the areas that we've been to, some of these enemies can hit pretty hard, so let's make sure we save. Do the Axem Rangers have a redemption hack? Eventually. I did make Legend of the Axem Rangers back in the day. I've always said that I want to take another pass at it at some point, so we'll see. What's the difference between this and vanilla? Mostly stats. It's mostly a battle-oriented hack, so you can see Water Bomb, Ice Flower. We get different specials, different attacks. Enemies look a little different and do a little bit different things. So yeah, it's mostly battle-oriented. Man, thick boy. Very dramatic. I love it. Waluigi moves during cutscenes because he can. Oh yeah, why am I attacking with Waluigi? Do Koopas bite? Not usually, but they can. Make no mistake. Jeez, that's strong. Want to see all the party members? There's Gino, and there's Malo. So, you get Waluigi and you get Daisy, but the other three are just palette swaps. They kind of look similar to the way they look when they're poisoned in the vanilla game, but not quite. It's a little different. Mudkip, I don't know if you've ever played my Legend of the Axem Rangers hack, but you are actually introduced to, let's see, blue, crimson, lime, magenta, and white. Make sure we're topped off, as usual. Which one bites? The mindless crawling ones or the full-minded Koopas with legs? Well, both. But the ones that walk on two legs, they only bite you to the beat. Like in New Super Mario Brothers, where they do a little dance move to the ba in the music. We are still sorely lacking in attack all specials at this point in the game. You know, Steve-O, if I'm being honest, there comes a point where doing the 100 super jumps, it's just not worth it. The horrifying grenade Koopas in Mario Land 1. Oh yeah, I forgot about those, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Is this what I was playing before Mario's Endless Nightmare? It sure was. That's why we're here at Bean Valley, because I'm picking up where I left off. Now, don't get me wrong, this hack is good, but part of me is looking forward to it being over, just because the thing that I'm playing after this on stream is Super Mario Mon, and I'm really excited about that one. Oh yeah, that doesn't heal status effects. Oh well. Waluigi, Weech, and Wowzer. You guys ever seen that post? I don't remember. It might have been a Tumblr post. I don't remember. Where somebody had an idea for a character called Wowzer to be sort of the Wario of Bowser. And it was like this super happy female Bowser wearing a sweater with glasses that's just really chipper and peppy. I thought that was a funny idea. Super Waluigi RPG. Waluigi Naptime Simulator, apparently. Would have laughed if I did 100 supers on the Criffid. Don't tempt me. No, back when I was streaming this for the first time, before I started streaming Endless Nightmare, I was regularly doing 100 super jumps on enemies. And I don't know, I guess I'm just out of practice again, because I'm not as consistent as I was before. I mean, I think I got like 90 something tonight, so that's not bad, but I'm not pulling the hundreds anymore. Bowser is my favorite poet. What are you talking about? Oh yeah, I have to stop doing that. Superlative Martin, my favorite video game character. Right next to Sonic and Lonk. Danky Kang. I also appreciate that one comic that, it's of Daisy talking to Peach. You know, Mario has Wario, Luigi has Waluigi. Peach doesn't have her own counterpart, though. And then she notices that a lowercase d is just a backwards and upside down lowercase p. Sure, let's do this, because we're gonna have to fight a chest enemy, and those are notoriously tough. Did that gecko spit up a mouse at me? What, like they're not supposed to? When making a hack, can you make it so you can do more than 100 super jumps? I think so? I think you could. I don't see why not. You might need to top it out at 255, though. Yes. 60 jumps for 0. That's what we were looking for. Monsters are inside. They sure are, buddy. Were the Koopas against the Yoshis before the Toads? No, the Koopas are largely cool with the Yoshis. And the Toads. You know, even though a lot of them work for Bowser, they're still surprisingly cool with each other. Okay, well, you're not going to be much help here, Waluigi, because your whole thing is jumping, and you can't jump on this guy. So what if we try water bombs? Okay, double cool. Okay, new plan. Waluigi, you take care of the little dude that he summons. I can see now why this has the boss music. Oh my gosh. It's like 6 attacks in one turn, my guy. What is happening? I would like to do something at some point. Goodness sakes, man. That's a lot of attacks. Alright, team, let's just try to live. Easier said than done. Sound of super jumps is oddly relaxing. Yeah, alright. I mean, it's very rhythmic. I get that. Screw your turns. All my homies hate taking turns. Okay, 3,000, that'll do it. But I really need to hurt the box. Oops. Okay, you probably don't need to waste your turn against the box. You can't do any damage to this thing. Bless your heart. Could you not? Should I do that? Should I just make one of those 10-hour videos that's just the super jump noise over and over again? Lo-fi super jump noises to study to? Alright, I damaged it. And I did 67! There may or may not be a cat in the box. Okay, Schrodinger. I wanted to say Schroeder, but that's the guy from the Peanuts. Nice. Everything is zeros. Yeah, this is just a little disappointing how useless you are right now, my guy. I'll take it. I won't take that. Ouch. Terrence, you do bring up an interesting point. Does the Star Rod follow, like, genie rules? You can't wish for somebody to love you? That kind of thing? The box seems to get very angry when I use special attacks on it, so I guess we'll just keep up this, this train we've got rolling here. That's not going to be enough. If he gets hit again. It says specifically it can grant any wish. Why didn't Bowser just wish for Mario to be dead? Is he stupid? Nice. Waluigi died again. Sometimes I still hear his voice. FLG, do you subscribe to the theory that they're in a polyamorous relationship and this is just part of their kink? The whole kidnapping thing is just part of their kink? How dare you kiss a lady when she didn't want it? Yeah, I feel like if something bad ever did happen to Mario, if Mario died, then Bowser would lose a lot of his purpose in life. I don't think he'd know what to do with himself. All we have left is a royal syrup, huh? Well, smoke them if you got them. I mean, I do plan on looking for the casino, so I'm not going to be fighting Smilax without making a trip back to a town anyway. This special is called Daisy Rays. I would have called it Razy Daisy, but to each their own. Does Bowser know ninjutsu? No, he doesn't know what that means. I imagine somebody trying to use ninja moves on Bowser. It would just be like, Bowser would just get angry and confused and smack him in the head. I was not expecting the toughest enemy in this game to be a box, but here we are. Step 1. Cut a hole in a box. Step 2. Hide an enemy in that box. This has been a common theme throughout my playthrough of this hack, that we feel like we accomplish very little just because of how long it takes to defeat anything. Oh good, he can do that. Oh good, he does that too. Okay, I guess there's no point in healing, because I think any of his attacks would kill me at this point. I'm helping. Alright, well, I'm giving it all I got here. Oh boy. 420. Not nice. Yeah, this might be a come back to it later, boss. I'm being kissed against my will. Killing me softly with this song. Does that mean he has half his HP left? I hope not, because if it does, there's no way we're beating him. Purple essence. You know, that would have been fun if the creator of this hack had made that a purple effect instead of a red one. Hey, McSwag, you made it. Even at the last minute, it's good to see you. Okay, red essence gone. I have nothing left. What you got? I'm the king of the Koopas. That's right. Yes, that's how we do it. Poof, okay. Get me to a save point, please. Save points are nice. We had to use red essences, but hey. If we're really that desperate for them in the future, we could always do, like, the Yoshi race or something. Why are there so many of you? Just chill, bro. Wah. Wah never changes. Oh, cool. That's handy. Nice. We love the one-hit kills. All of that for a Thunder Bomb. I've done a lot more for a lot less. Oh, now I'm scared. I think I'd rather be jumping at this point. Ow. Man down. A little sandy. Little sand had never killed anybody. $352, and that wasn't enough to do it, huh? Yep, Bap. Counterattacks with Nap. You can't nap me, I'm scared. Well, how much HP does that thing have? Hey, Tech Mage, you made it. This is even more 11th hour than McSwag, but good to see you too. Uh-oh. I'm getting gunked. Ow. There we go. Another batch of fools down. Okay, let's... Brilliant allocation of resources. How bad are the chomps? Chomps. 2,000 damage. That ought to do it. What's the best flavor of Dum Dum Sucker? The mystery one, where they just kind of mix up a bunch of random flavors. You just get rid of Super Jump and Ultra Jump in your own hack? I'm not going to tell you that's the wrong thing to do, but yeah, it's either you limit the number of jumps it can do, or it's OP. You can't really have it both ways. Ouch. Very intense kisses. Juku here with the live count. Let me save you some time on this one. 1. Yeah, FLG, it's the mystery flavor of Dum Dum is kind of like choosing random as your character in Super Smash Bros. There's a method to it, but you never know what it's going to be. Alright, let's see what the casino has to offer me. I mean, with how battle heavy this hack has been, I wouldn't be surprised if something in here wants to kill me. Okay, yeah. I guess we can go get the bright card at some point. It's not really a priority for me right now. Let's go stay at the free inn. Oh yeah, did we ever do this? I want to say we got 1 or 2 of them. Did we? Under a yellow bed. Okay, we found bones. Yellow bed, window near 6Js. You know what, why not? Let's go do that right now. I know where to find J's. This is 6Js, right? The portholes are kind of windows. I mean, this is more than 6Js. Do-do-do. Oops. So many ghosts. So little time. Alright, looking by the windows. Already got that. Okay. Is there 6 J's in here? I mean, there's more than 6. I'm just checking the windows at this point. I know, Josh, I'm making you nervous. But I will save and buy new stuff. Okay, this has no windows. That's more than 6. Maybe it's near this stack of 6 over here. No? I thought for sure that was going to be it. Well, we'll keep looking. No windows in here. Nope. Oh, there's 6 J's, right? Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, yellow bed. I don't remember seeing a yellow bed. A lot of stuff in this game has been palette swapped, so I don't remember where the yellow bed was. In fact, I'm having vague memories of when we did this before, and I want to say that I tried looking for a yellow bed and never found one, but maybe I'm misremembering. Oops. I don't want to fight you. Razzie and Rainy's house? Well, let's go check there. Sure. I mean, there aren't that many towns in this game. So I don't think it'll be that awful. Green. Yellow. Nice. Good call. We will be having our wedding in Marrymore. We'll be gone for a while. I like that this uses the dagger holding up the letter sprite. And they also have my hat for some reason. Wait, what are the symbols here? Let's see, blue, pink, white. Yeah, it's a trans decoration. I need to buy stuff, and the Monstro Town shop does not have much. So let's get our good old match of pick-me-ups. Do they get divorced every new playthrough? I'm not ready to answer that question. This is a journey you must take alone. But let's buy some stuff. I forgot this shop doesn't really have much either. Oh yeah, that's right. These are super expensive in this game. Is this going to be enough to get me through Smilax? Let's see. Safety ring, I mean, yeah. Smilax's whole thing is using mushroom on you, mushroom status, so that's as defended against that as we can be. Let's go see what the 3 Musty Fears have to offer. Rainy, will you marry me? Razzie, this is the 5th time this year you've asked me that question. Alright, what are you going to give me? Strogamensch? Whatever that means. The ghost medal. Okay, so it looks pretty identical. Only changes appear to be it boosts your defensive stats by 6, in addition, and speed, in addition to doing the whole defense up in battle thing. I mean, the ghost medal is pretty good in the original game, so it's not like much needed to change there anyway. Oh. Razzie, will you marry me? Rainy, we've been married for 18 years. Oh yeah, I forgot. Marriage is overrated? Eh, well, to each their own, I guess. It's been working out for me so far. Sir, I already did this one. Can we do a different one, please? You're a poser. You'd get the names right if you'd lock in. Lock in, that's a thing that kids say, right? Dude's just hucking a mouse at me, as one does. Maybe we try to get rid of the hefty boy first, avoid the sandstorm. Nice. 100. Still got it. Gonna call it a night soon? Yeah, probably. Not long from now. Oh yeah, I guess that's something I should buy in shops, are able juices? Since Daisy can't just do that, like Toadstool can. This is why we like Toadstool more. She can heal statuses. Alright, my guys. Relax with the multiple attacks. Yeah, Daisy's healing spells are definitely weaker than Toadstool's too. And they cost more, or at least Group Hug does. Okay, well, these guys are immune to jump, so not much Waluigi could do anyway. Alright, there we go. Okay, Able Juice is cool. Is this the one with the secret chest? No, I guess not. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, I'm not fighting another one of these things. I'm just gonna reset the game, but this is a good time to call it a night anyway. I think we're just gonna end the stream here for the night. When we pick up next time, we'll start at the last place we saved, which was either Monstro Town or that save point just outside of this pipe. I can't remember which. But either way, not doing this again. But next week, this will be, I don't remember what part we're up to now. This is like 5 or 6, something like that. But anyway, before you go, let's talk about what's coming next. Since we finished our playthrough of Mario's Endless Nightmare, I just wanted to talk about some stuff that I've got on the docket in the eventual future. So like I said, with Mario's Endless Nightmare, I'm still working on patches and adding wart into the game. So there will be another stream of that at some point. Whether that's part of a stream or the entire stream, I'm not sure yet, but watch for something for that in the future. After we're done with Waluigi RPG, we'll do Super Mario Mon, which will be a good time. I'm currently working on an update for Super Koopa RPG too. That's just more bug fixes and stuff like that. So not gonna be any new content or anything like that. It's just patching a few holes here and there, but still something to watch out for. At some point, I don't know if it'll be this week or next week, but I'm also working on a video to talk about the fun quirks in Super Mario RPG's translation. So watch for that too. It's shaping up to be the longest video, longest like Super Mario RPG deep dive type video I've made. It's probably going to be like 20 minutes, something like that. But it'll be a good time. I hope you guys enjoy that. And let's see, what else? Oh yeah, probably going to start that playthrough of Paper Mario I've been threatening to do. That'll be a pre-recorded playthrough, not live. But it'll be a similar format to that 100% run of Super Mario RPG that I did, where I just kind of talk about stuff and do everything that there is to do. I may not know as much about Paper Mario as I do about Mario RPG, but it'll still be a good time. It'll be fun. But I think that takes care of everything. But thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate you guys watching, and I hope to see you next week. Have a good night.